Okay, this is the third reading today. I'm going to try it out and see if I get interrupted. But today there's a lot of interruptions happening in these readings. So I don't know if there's people or a person around you that is trying to hold you back from speaking up, speaking your truth, or just moving forward. You might feel weighed down at this time. Like someone's like, kind of holding onto your ankles and just dragging you down. So remind yourself that you're stronger than that, but there are people or there's some sort of energy that's not willing to let me speak right now. I keep getting interrupted, so today's a strange day. I don't know what's going on. Let's see what... Yeah. Somebody doesn't want you to stick out, and you know that. $1:11 on the clock. I'll pull one more to start, but you're feeling this inside, like your intuition is telling you that there's someone lurking around you that's trying to interfere with you somehow. Hermits. You're staying to yourself. You're doing what you need to do. You're doing a lot of internal work. Maybe you're not even around a lot of people at this time, but that doesn't even matter because there's someone here that's just lurking. They're lurking around you, and you could hide away forever and it still doesn't matter because they're still watching you. They're watching what you're doing, and they're trying to interfere with you, and they're trying to keep you silent, alone, invisible, right? So if you feel like you've been just to yourself and you're just kind of doing your own thing, you're paying attention to what you want to do next, as the Hermit and the High Priestess are here. This Three of Swords is telling me that there's somebody here that just wants to mess you up. It's icky energy. It's annoying because it's like you're just staying to yourself. Might be fire energy here. Fire sign. The Death card. Okay. Yeah. So we have the Queen of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Death, and also the King of Pentacles fell out. So, okay. Again, interference with the King. You might not even be talking to this person. You might not be out on social media. You might not even be doing anything socially or digitally, right? But it doesn't matter. They want to keep you, they want to make you so invisible that you're basically dead. It's a very narcissistic energy where they're trying to push you into a corner and keep you there forever because of their own malfunctions internally. Like if you don't shine and you don't speak and you don't show yourself anywhere, better for them because you're a threat to them somehow. They want to keep you silenced for a reason. And even though you might already be silent, they just want to make you even more silent. Just stupid. It's a very strange energy. It's like almost like beating someone to death and then beating them more after they know that they're dead. You know what I mean? Like it's very sadistic, let's call it. And so I would be careful about who's lurking around you. If you know when you're, like if you just tap into your gut as the High Priestess, right? And you ask yourself, who could this possibly be? The first idea that comes to your head might be the person, If you practice your intuition, like the High Priestess is highly aware of herself, And you play games, to strengthen your intuition. It's not a game, but it's more like practices of strengthening your intuition. You do these association games of like, okay, there's a book called Practical Intuition by Laura Day, which is a good one. It's a good workbook to strengthen your intuition, but there's many books and there's many ways of doing it. But the first thing that comes to your head when you are given a subject or a person, these are intuitive downloads, and it might not make sense logically, but intuition isn't logical. Intuition is spiritual and knowledgeable in a different way. And our brains usually trick us out of listening to our intuition because it just might not make sense. There's like a cognitive dissonance sometimes with the reality versus your intuition, what's telling you. And sometimes it's just hard to accept, okay? It might be hard to accept who this person is and why they want to see you fail for some reason. It's kind of like, I'm getting like, when you're on stage, say, and you're performing with a group of people, the stage is big enough for all of the people, right? It's not a small stage. It is not like the spotlight is only on one person. The spotlight is big enough to have everyone on it at the same time. But this person wants to kick you off the stage just because they just don't want you there. They just don't want you to exist. They don't want you to succeed. They don't want to see you succeed. And they're willing to fight you for it. Maliciously. So they're lurking around you and they're watching you. What's going on with this magician? You're trying to just do your own thing. We have the Magician and the Ace of Wands again. So you're trying to just handle your own life, right? You're doing what you need to do to succeed in life. But this person is lurking and they're watching you with an evil eye. So maybe do some return to sender prayers. Maybe protect your energy with some white light. Do a prayer for protection. Do a prayer to block any evil eye, any evil energy. There's prayers that are good and there's prayers that are bad. Remember that you can protect yourself with whatever lurking energy might be around you just by, clearing the energy and doing a few prayers while you do the internal work and you're doing your own thing, like you're not even out there yet. We have the Knight of Wands. But I feel like they're doing things in the background. Like it's a very malicious energy of kind of like wishing and wanting for you to fail, right? And that's a prayer too. It's just a bad type of prayer. So they might be talking about you behind your back. They might be wishing that you fail. They might be telling people lies about you to get people to turn against you and not even give you a chance. Meanwhile, you're not even doing anything of the sort. You're just to yourself at this time. Which again shows how evil people can be sometimes. The Tower and the Two of Swords. This is the thing. When you protect yourself and you just carry on, you stay focused on what you're doing, right? Because you're doing new things for yourself, but there's a decision here. And when you decide to keep going, when there's people pushing you down or holding you back or trying to at least, and you still continue to carry on, like you have this warrior spirit about you where you're like, yeah, you could try to trip me up, but it's not going to work. That's enough to give you the edge that you need to carry on. You know, it's kind of just like, yeah, you can throw darts at me all you want, but it's not going to work. Okay? I don't care. 10:01 on the clock. I don't care if people believe your BS. I don't care if you're trying to gossip about me and there's people that actually believe it. Those people aren't for you anyway. They're stupid, right? So when you decide this for yourself, this person is going to have a tower moment of feeling inadequate, of feeling like they aren't powerful after all. You know, they might have gotten away with things like this in the past. They might have gotten away with a lot of gossip or, you know, these ill-intended things with other people. But when you stand up to these energies and you carry on and you don't let it affect you, they feel powerless and they won't even know what to do next because they don't have anything else. All their tricks have been done. You know, so they're going to crumble inside because they feel like they can't stop you. You're unstoppable. When you hold on to your energy and you protect yourself and you just carry on and stay focused on what you're doing. Stay true to yourself, you know. Don't let things weigh you down, especially these gross types of energies. And that's how you're going to get what you want with the sun here. This is how you're going to find your happiness. You're going to protect your happiness. And that's important because people don't like to see other people happy. I don't know why, right? I don't know why that is. But when you carry on, like for an example, I don't know, I'm just giving like a very elementary school vibe, right? If say you're in elementary school and this bully comes up to you and trips you and embarrasses you in front of a bunch of people and everyone laughs at you, right? You could either sit there and cry and sulk and feel like, oh, they're beating me up. You know, they're making me feel inadequate. They're making me feel less than, and then they won. Or you could just get up, laugh it off, and just carry on. And then the bully doesn't feel 12-12 now. The bully doesn't know what to do next because they already made their move and it didn't work. And now what? Now what could they do? It didn't work, you know? So when you do that and you still remain happy, focused, positive, they're going to crumble inside because they won't know what to do next. And then their games are over, right? You are unstoppable when you stay focused. Protect your happiness. Protect your heart. Go after what you want. And when people try to weigh you down, F them, you know? It doesn't matter because you are more powerful than you think when you don't let people drag you down. If you let the heaviness of people weigh on you, you just get sucked up into this quicksand of negativity yourself. And now you're going to feel frustrated and embarrassed and sad and angry and whatever else comes, and they win by having all this stuff in you that's not even necessary. They're doing it because they're ugly inside, not because you are. So remember that when you remain true to yourself and you pick yourself up and laugh things off, remain happy, go after your dreams, you will manifest. And there's going to be people that are going to want to take you down just because they're suffering inside themselves. But that doesn't mean that you have to be a martyr for them, okay? When you show someone that you are unstoppable, that they can't take your happiness away, they can't take your dreams away, they can't take your talent away, they're going to crumble inside. And that's all you need to know.